everybody. Welcome back to The Tipsy Ghost. We're your tipsy hosts, Sarah, and Lindsay.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2023.
Please be better than the last year.
And the year before that.
And the one before that.
Really, you have a good chance of being good because, I mean, you
The
don't have to try too hard.
years have been
Not a lot of
not
competition.
so great.
Yeah, you don't have to try that hard.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I honestly haven't thought about this.
You should. It's the new year.
I know.
Tis the new year.
Here, give me you guys' resolutions. Maybe one will come to mind. See, it's hard.
I didn't know if she was going first or if I was.
You can go first.
Okay, my New Year's resolution is to be more open-minded on our ghost hunting trips this year.
Have
I
you
feel
been
like-
closed-minded?
I feel like this last year I kind of closed down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm going to try this year.
No, I totally get it because, well, I think we've talked about on our last few episodes, it's
Yes.
like we just want more and more. And so we get a little disappointed whenever we don't
Get more?
see,
We don't have this
poltergeist.
crazy evidence
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Like I want to see like cabinets open and things thrown at me,
Yeah.
which is great that it's not. It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
But sometimes it'd be nice.
You want to go like with Zach? I bet that stuff happens with Zach.
Does it though?
I just feel like I want to take it back down, take the pressure off again, go
Yes.
back to when we were just, having a blast and
Doing
having a
it for
great
fun.
time. And yeah, we still do it for fun, but we put a lot of pressure on getting really good evidence. And we still want to do that, but like if it happens, it happens. And just take a look at every time we've gone this last year. And even though the pressure's there, it's not really changed how we get evidence. So just go back to having fun, being lighthearted.
I love it. So I was going to say I don't do resolutions because it just kind of sets you up for disappointment.
Yeah, I get that too.
But I like that one. I think that's attainable. And it's like, it's not just surface level. It's something that you have to do every single day, which is what makes it attainable. It's just whenever we go, you can focus on
Yes.
being a little bit more laid back.
Not like I'm going to go to the gym every single day.
Yes.
Drink 2 liters of water.
Yes.
Like, no,
I
absolutely
would never
not.
leave the bathroom.
You would not.
That is true. At least you know your limits.
I know my limits.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah.
Wait, so you really don't have one?
No, I don't usually do them because like I just end up failing.
Are you going to try for the same thing as Sarah?
Yeah, I'm going to steal it
That's okay.
and we can do it together.
Yeah, we've been kind of on the same page. I feel like you've been right there in the middle.
Me?
Not closed-minded, not open-minded, right there in the middle.
I'm just minded.
She's
You're
on
just
she's
minded.
on the low end of the middle, but yeah.
Middle-minded.
Yeah.
Why does that sound like an insult to call me middle-minded?
It's
It sounds
not.
like simple-minded.
It does sound like that, but that is not what I mean. I'm referring only to ghost hunting.
Okay. I haven't come up with anything.
Seriously, nothing? You don't have one resolution for the podcast.
She doesn't care about us.
God damn it, Lindsay.
Stop it. Well, I was thinking like in regards to like ghost hunting, and I was going to say, I don't feel like I've been like too much of a Zach.
Okay, so is your resolution to be more like Zach?
Not to like antagonize them, but try to
Like be more involved or like
try to get more of a response out.
okay.
I feel like sometimes we go places, especially on the public, and we have to kind of take a back seat and
Sure.
we don't get as much
We
evidence
haven't
there.
been our true selves on the public ones lately.
We can't.
Well, okay, so we've made some resolutions.
All right. First story of 2023. What's it going to be?
It's going to be about the Jiangshi. And you'll have to forgive me. I'm pulling a Lindsay and going to a foreign land.
I
love
figured that part out.
And
I figured that was not in America.
it is very unfamiliar. It's Chinese.
Okay, now I'm with you.
We don't go to China often
We don't, and there's a reason.
because we can't pronounce things.
We cannot. And I the thing
She
is, like,
tried, I'm sure.
like, even just the little bit of change in inflection can
I
just
know.
mean something totally different. So I'm sure I'm saying it incorrectly.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
I've heard it is the second hardest language to learn after English.
Mandarin, yes.
Mm-hmm. What are we going to talk about in China?
The Jiangshi?
It has been so long since we've done a PowerPoint.
Yay!
Also known as a Chinese hopping vampire.
That's what I was going to guess.
A hopping vampire like a kangaroo vampire.
Ooh, maybe they're tiny, like pocket-sized.
That would be adorable. All right, Jiangshi.
Yeah, the Jiangshi.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Instead of angry like Lindsay.
Sounds
Mine
right.
was like excited.
Oh, I said it excited like Lindsay. It's a type of reanimated corpse in Chinese folklore.
I'm so excited to see this pocket-sized vampire.
They're not pocket size.
Pocket-sized vampire zombie.
And that's already in my head. I refuse
It went
to
from
hear.
kangaroo to pocket size. You know how big kangaroo are?
I refuse to hear anything else.
Okay.
Kangaroo, pocket-sized vampire.
Well, the appearance just depends on how far decomposed the body is.
Oh,
See, that's what I'm saying. It's a zombie.
So it
Zombie
can be
vampire.
like totally unremarkable or like horrifying with rotting flesh.
Cute.
Vampires are undead as well.
True, but
The
from
rotting
what I've
flesh
seen, they
of
don't
a
have their
vampire.
flesh falling off.
That's true.
So the Chinese character for Jiang in Jiangshi literally means, and I need you to hold it together, it
No.
literally means hard or stiff. So it is believed that they are so stiff in full rigor that they can't bend their limbs or their body.
Oh
Ew.
no.
You did not listen to me telling you to hold it together.
I did really well.
So they can't bend their limbs or their body, so they can only move around by hopping while they keep their arms out for balance.
Absolutely not.
So arms out in front. Sorry, I was thinking to the
Yeah.
side.
They can be wherever. They're commonly described as having a paper hanging from their forehead with a spell on it.
Oh.
Doesn't that obstruct their vision?
They don't need to see.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, they're wearing clothes, because can you imagine?
Boner.
Naked zombie. Yeah, because they're so stiff.
They're so stiff.
Yeah.
Why?
Zombie boner.
That is not at all where my mind went, but
That was
apparently
the first place.
my mind went to like rotting flesh because he said they have flesh falling off. I was like, oh gosh, if they were naked, their flesh would be everywhere. And you go boner.
They wear a uniform, a coat-like robe, and a round top hat, similar to what Chinese officials wore during the Qing dynasty.
He got some long claws too.
Another
He
feat-
doesn't cut his nails. But why aren't his toenails long?
How are his nails growing when he's dead?
I don't know.
You didn't hear that? Your toenails and your hair continue to grow after you die.
That is not true.
I always heard that as a kid, and so it just sticks in my brain.
Oh, but then how does he fit his toenails into those ballet slippers?
Well, so he's hopping, so sometimes I think they like scratch on
or maybe they've
like
curled
the
under
sidewalk.
his foot.
Okay.
And that's what he boings on.
his
Boings.
nails.
He boings on it.
It's like a board. Like wing. Yeah.
Another feature is the green-white skin, possibly from fungus or mold growing on a corpse.
Or because he can't go in the sun because he's a vampire.
The Jiangshi's goal is to feed slowly on the qi, or the life force, of a living individual in order to grow more powerful.
Okay, makes sense.
Typical.
They only feed at night,
Because they sleep in the day.
Oh, okay.
while hiding and resting in coffins or dark caves during the day.
In the caves with the bats.
That was a cat, but yeah.
It sounded like a vampire.
Thank you. I
A
was
vampire
hissing.
cat?
Well, if you watch What We Do in the Shadows,
What
they
we do in
hiss
the
at
shadows.
everything.
Yes.
They see light.
Those are two totally different things.
Well, mine was more like what they do in the
Hers
show.
was.
So where did this folklore originate, you
Where-
may ask?
please tell
Where
us.
did it?
One source of the stories comes from the folk practice of transporting a corpse over 1,000 li. And a li is a Chinese mile, so
Okay.
over 1,000 miles, which is a long way to carry a body, no matter what unit of measurement you use.
It really
And
is.
I would fall into the sky.
What? Because
You know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just eat you.
They don't.
Tonight.
They don't eat. They just
Feed
want
on
your
your
chi.
living.
Also, I
Oh.
thought I was getting like Fall Out Boy vibes, not Vanessa Carlton.
Oh, I was definitely Vanessa Carlton. So
I got it whenever you chimed in. Yeah.
It's all I listened to in high school.
that's
Makes
actually
sense.
a compliment.
Yeah, so you did
Is
it.
it?
Fall Out Boy is very good.
I love Fall Out Boy.
Same. I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just saying
That's
that's
what you sound like.
why I didn't catch on.
Okay, sorry.
So the idea is that if a person died far away from home and their relatives could not afford to transport the body back by traditional means, like a vehicle, they could hire a Taoist priest to perform a ritual.
Okay.
Okay.
The ritual would reanimate the dead person and teach them to hop their way home.
For 1,000 miles they have to hop?
Yes.
Oh.
The priest would only help transport the body at night when it is less likely to encounter other living beings. They would even ring bells to notify the people in the vicinity that there was a Jiangshi nearby because it is considered bad luck for a living person to set eyes on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They sound horrifying.
He's coming for your chi.
This practice was actually popular in one city in China because many people left their hometown to work elsewhere. So after they died, their bodies needed to be transported back because it was believed that their soul would feel homesick if they were buried in an unfamiliar place.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
The corpses would be arranged upright in a single file line and tied to long bamboo rods at their sides, while two men, one at the front and one at the back, would carry the ends of the rods and walk.
So they're like literally holding them up. They have these bamboo rods like up on their shoulders that they're carrying dead people.
It looks like the men's gymnastics event.
Oh, yeah, the bars.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this makes the corpse look like it's hopping when people are looking from a distance because
Gosh, that would be so heavy to carry 3 people.
even one person.
Yeah, even one person, but 3? Jeez.
Another account...
Dead weight.
I actually thought the same thing, and I thought, no, that's a dumb pun.
No, it's clever.
It was perfect, but dumb also.
Apparently.
Oh, I
Get a calendar.
I'm not
God.
not insulting you because I thought of it too.
And
My
then you
brain-
thought it was dumb.
My brain went where yours did.
Well, I'm like a child, remember?
Another account described a 2-man team where one would carry the corpse on their back, like a piggyback ride, with a large robe covering both of them, and then the guy would be wearing a mourning mask on top. And the other guy would walk ahead with a lantern and then warn the guy with doing the piggyback ride in the robe of any obstacles ahead.
Can you imagine the smell? You got a dead person on your back.
It's interesting you say that because this account speculates that the corpses would be carried at night to avoid contact with other people, but also because the cooler air was a better choice when transporting bodies.
Hot, sweaty. Mm.
There are some that think that these stories were made up by smugglers who disguised their illegal body snatching activities in order to scare off the police. According to a Qing dynasty scholar from the 1790s, there are a few reasons why or causes for a corpse becoming reanimated. Here are just a few of those reasons. 1. The use of supernatural arts to resurrect the dead. 2. Spiritual possession of a dead body.
Okay.
3. A corpse absorbs enough chi to return to life. So they're like, oh, I'm good. Batteries recharged. And they're like, hello again.
Yeah, but only like 50% because they can't bend their arms and legs. And
But if you get enough chi to come back to life, I think you can...
Are they talking?
When they're back to life, the
So at this state,
Jiangshi
they're not-
are only trying to gather chi.
Okay.
But once they get the chi, then they're like a person again. And next, the deceased is not buried even after a funeral has been held, so that leaves the door open for the corpse to come back to life after it is struck by a bolt of lightning,
Wow.
or after a pregnant cat leaps across its coffin.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was going to guess.
We've got Frankenstein's monster here with lightning jolting him back
Right.
to life.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a pregnant cat.
Or.
Or.
It's either or.
Can't be both.
Whichever happens first.
Imagine if it's a pregnant black cat,
Wow.
which...
That was like kind of a sexy meow. I'm a little bothered by it.
We're talking about stiff corpses.
Oh, no.
I was like a come hither meow.
Heather.
I'm dying. I'm sorry about that.
Not to worry. There are things you can do to prevent a Jiangshi attack.
Okay.
What can I do to prevent him from taking my chi?
Ooh, I'm going to guess. Get buried.
Garlic. What? Get buried.
Garlic?
Vampires.
These are not vampires.
I thought you said they were. Zombies.
I'm already disappointed they're not pocket sized.
I mean, they're hopping vampires, but no, not garlic. They're Chinese vampires, not Romanian.
Oh, okay.
What do I do?
You gotta get buried in the ground.
Okay.
You're going to bury yourself alive?
Well, I'm not alive.
You're not jumping on that idea, but you jumped on me for garlic.
Well, that was the problem. They left the coffin open.
She's right.
Oh my gosh.
They didn't bury them after the funeral, and so that's when they can get the jolt of lightning or the pregnant cat.
What if
That's
you
right.
cremate them?
You probably aren't coming back
There's
from that
nobody.
one.
There's nobody to reanimate.
Okay. You're not wrong by technicality.
Yes. I'll take it.
I'll let you know just a few ways you can avoid an attack.
Okay.
Please do.
Not garlic.
In Feng Shui wisdom, a piece of wood should be installed along the width of the door at the bottom to prevent the Jiangshi from entering.
Oh, like of your house?
Like
Yeah.
at the threshold?
I think it trips them.
Oh. Because they got to hop. They
Yes.
can't hop that high.
They can't hop over the wood. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God. You know how many times I'd be tripping on that thing?
Write out a spell in chicken blood and then attach it to their forehead.
Ooh,
But then
okay.
you got to get close enough to their forehead. I don't want to get that close. You
Well-
see how long their arms are?
Maybe you catch them before their eyes are fully functional.
Catch up behind, come behind them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
There's
really
sneak attack.
it's hard to hop
Leapfrog.
backwards without the use of your knees.
That's true. Look, my knees bend. I can
What?
run.
What happens if they fall over?
That's too bad.
It's like a turtle on its back.
It's true.
Yeah.
And make it up without bending your arms and legs.
Next, simulate a rooster call.
Okay.
Why? Because roosters call with the rising of the sun, and the Jiangshi are creatures of the night, so they might think the daylight's coming and they need to get to darkness.
You gotta trick them.
So they're really
ASAP.
stupid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, their brains are
They're
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, use an 8-sided mirror to reflect light and scare the creature away.
8-sided?
Specifically, 8-sided.
That's an octagon.
If it's,
Thank you, Sarah.
it is. 7 sides is not enough. It needs to be 8.
Yeah.
Somebody paid attention in geometry.
They are
did.
terrified of their own reflections.
Oh.
There's no getting out.
Sometimes I am too.
Put them in a hall of
What
mirrors.
do they do? What do they do if they're stuck in this octagonal mirror?
Do you think it's like, what was it, Medusa, where you turn to stone?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Or they just fall over on their back and then it's over.
Like
Turtles.
a turtle.
Yep. Next, use a sword charged under the light of the moon and
Obviously.
made of Chinese coins during your attack.
Oh, I have an
Okay.
extra, so if you need one.
I was looking for one. Couldn't find one on Etsy.
This you might have. Throw sticky rice at it
I don't, but I can make some.
How? Why?
because that helps during an attack.
Okay. But garlic was like, oh my gosh, Lindsay, why?
Ridiculous.
An attack like this. That's me with my stiff arm. Yeah, I think they make that noise.
Next, hold your breath because it can't take your life force if you don't have one.
I mean, you're still alive even when you're holding your breath.
Not for long.
But you've tricked them long enough to think that you're dead. Oh, you just play dead. There it is.
Yeah.
Dead.
That wasn't my next suggestion, also my
Oh.
last suggestion, but we can make it one.
I think it's a good one.
It's not bad.
If you're holding your breath, yeah.
My final piece of advice is to drop a bag of coins because the Jiangshi will need to count the coins and that gives you time to get away.
Also, how do they count the coins?
They are more concerned with counting coins than eating brains.
What are you
They
going to
don't
lay
want
them out
brains.
one by
They
They
one?
just want the chi.
They can't bend over to pick them up.
The coins, they must be counted first.
Yeah.
They just look down with their eyes?
If you see coins, they're yours now
Okay. I'm
because
with
you
now.
need them.
But
Yeah.
logistically, I'm also wondering how are they going to do that?
I think
They can't bend their hands or their arms or their waist. They flop on their back again. See, this is what happens. You trick them into getting on their back because they're closer to the coin. And then you're like, ha-ha.
maybe
I'm going to throw sticky rice. That's my mode of attack.
better than garlic. Yeah.
Apparently. If it's garlicky.
I didn't know that there was a distinction between Romanian and Chinese
Who
vampires.
knew?
So
We learned something new tonight.
The
I learned
Romanian
something.
ones don't hop.
No, they fly like bats.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed they're not pocket-sized, but it's okay.
I
You
told
know,
you.
these
I
guys
tried to
got-
warn you.
Okay.
Well, that's the story of the Jiangshi. Jiangshi?
I guess the good thing
Jiangshi.
is
Say it with confidence.
Jiangshi.
Beautiful.
is that they don't travel easily.
No.
Well,
They're
no.
pretty much stuck over there.
It probably takes them 1,000 years to hop 1,000 miles.
That's right. Yeah. I don't think they're swimming across the ocean.
Not with just their
No.
arms out. I think they would quickly fall to the bottom.
They can't doggy paddle.
They
No.
could hop across the ocean floor. It's just going to take a real long time.
Yeah, I guess they don't really need to breathe, so.
Okay, what if they
Maybe
were
they're at the bottom of the ocean. That's horrifying.
with the giant squid?
No, I think Atlantis is down there protecting us from them.
Atlantis is not that big.
It's not.
Sad news.
Sad news.
It's quite small.
How have we not done a story on Atlantis?
Well,
Because I'm still waiting for them to discover
because
it.
it's real, Lindsay.
Why don't we do a story on Arizona, Lindsay? It's real.
Is
It
it?
real.
That's exactly how you treated it.
Also, Atlantis is real.
I think it's real too. Also, one time I tried to say the Kraken. Why don't we do a story about the Kraken? And Boydston says, it's not, isn't that real? And I was like, I don't think the Kraken's real.
Turns out it's not.
It's
No.
not. It's a literary. Release the Kraken.
Well, yeah, but isn't it just a giant squid?
Some say.
Giant squids are
But
real.
it's
Giant
gianter.
squids are real.
It's gianter than giant squids.
Thank you, Boydston, for our story tonight.
I
You're
quite
welcome.
enjoyed it. Thank you.
And I enjoyed the PowerPoint. It's been a long time.
Thank you. Thank you, and you're welcome.
Yes, all the above.
Thank you, and you're welcome. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed our first episode of 2023. You can always find us at thetipsyghost.com with our socials linked from there, or send us an email at thetipsyghost@gmail.com.
Please give us a 5-star rating and a good review anywhere you listen to podcasts. We really appreciate it, and it really does help.
All right, guys, thanks so much. We will catch you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.